Hi guys, it's Laura. Thanks for joining our RPA Rapport drama session. This term, as you know, we've had to postpone Midsummer Night's Dream, which is a little bit sad, but I'm trying to be positive about it because I think because we've got that extra time and we can start working on that in January, we can make that pretty exceptional. We can really go for it, and we won't be so pressured. So all of the pieces that are being done with everybody in will be much more polished, and all of our scenes will be sort of really, really exceptional. And we can really delve into the characters and stuff. We won't change any of the casting. So if any of you were cast in any particular role and you still want to keep that going, even though it's kind of like, another year and a bit away, yeah, that part is still yours. So, get learning your script. You've got blooming loads of time to do it, so why not? If you're concerned and you don't want the part anymore, that's totally fine as well, completely understandable. Just let us know and we'll work with that. So I am coming to you today from my little house, and this term I would like to do a little bit more of a kind of slightly more peaceful project than we were doing last term. Last term was kind of about being quite vivacious and bringing your characters to life. This term, it's a bit more about creative writing, and I'm going to teach you a mechanism for getting into creative writing, particularly if you're feeling a little bit like you've got writer's block and you don't know even where to start or anything. It's kind of a way through that. So my first task today for you is a fantastic game that you can either play or you could just ignore and not do at all. But it's a really great game that you can play with your family. In fact, your parents probably remember this from the first time round. You can play it with your siblings or anybody else that you live with at home. And it was traditionally in the 80s called Mallet's Mallet. On the lesson plan for today, I've added a link so you can watch an actual excerpt of Mallet's Mallet from the 1980s. I'll tell you something, that link doesn't half show us how far TV's come in that time. Please watch the video, for it is truly hilarious. The poor girl who sat on the left as you look at the screen, she looks absolutely terrified of the game. And literally, the prize for the loser at the end of it is he gets a plaster stuck on his face. So, yeah, wow. We've come a long way. We've come a long way with technology, haven't we? So yeah, give Mallet's Mallet a go. The way it works, if you don't want to watch the video, is basically you have two people sitting opposite each other, and you have somebody else who is kind of in the middle, kind of arranging it or holding it together. You don't have to have that person, but that person's kind of like a referee, so it's quite useful to have. And then that person gives you a word, like for example, cauliflower, and you have to say something that is connected to the word cauliflower. So you might say cauliflower white, and then the next person, the person who's opposite, has to say something that's connected to white, not to cauliflowers, to white. So they might say cauliflower, white, snow, cold, bitter, ale, alcohol, silliness, clowns, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on, until one of you stumbles, says a word that's already been said, or pauses for too long, and then in the original game, in a slightly aggressive fashion, you get a bop on the head with a rubber kind of spongy mallet. We're not asking you to do that. Health and safety, this is the 21st century. We're all about keeping you safe these days. So we're not asking you to do that bit, but it's quite comic to watch those poor children back in the 80s experiencing that. So that's a game that's just a nice way to pass some time at home that you can play. Right, 4 minutes 30 seconds in, let's get going. So our theme for this term is hope. Hope. Hope is so important at the moment because a lot of people are feeling very much out of control. I don't know if any of you are. I am a little bit, feeling a little bit like I've lost a bit of control. And we don't have a lot of certainty with regards to when this is going to end. It will end and things will move on at some point, probably not that far in the future. But hope is the one thing that is kind of all holding all of us together. And we're seeing that in the symbol of the rainbow everywhere. For what is a rainbow if not hope? That after the storm, the rainbow comes, and that gives us hope for the future. So I just want you to have a little think, first of all, before we start this, on, I'm just going to drink some of this. Other Cokes are available. I just want you to have a little think about what is hope. And just literally bash down on a piece of paper as many words as you possibly can that come to mind when you think of hope. To help you with that, I'm going to ask you some questions. So if you're doing this now, you can just think about these questions while I ask them. Is it strong or is it weak? Is it fast? Is hope a fast thing? Does it come quickly? Or is it slow and peaceful? Is it quiet? Or is hope loud? Is it fierce? Or is it timid? And if hope were an animal, what kind of animal would it be? So just thinking a little bit there about hope in a slightly more abstract fashion. And I'd love you to share those words with me, what you came up with. Some of you might feel inspired to draw from that. And if you do, anything you do would be wonderful to be shared. So please do share that with me. Now we're going to get into a creative writing task. So as I mentioned at the top of this, it's really easy to get really stagnated when you're writing, and it's really easy to struggle to know what to write about or where to go, or to think, I've got this amazing idea and I don't know where to start. So I like to treat writing a little bit like the way that I work with physical theatre, which is I don't overthink at the start. I just create something. So just go for it. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to get some words, okay? So what I want you to do is I just want you to run to a bookshelf that's near where you are, okay? Somewhere in your house, and I just want you to pick up a book, any book at all. Don't even think about what that book is. It doesn't actually matter what that book is at all. It can be a book based on facts, it can be a fictional story, it might be poetry, it might be an instruction manual, it doesn't matter. So because of where I am, which is my fabulous bedroom, the book that's closest to me is the book that I'm reading at the moment, which is called Women Who Run with the Wolves, okay? So this is my book. This book is absolutely jammed with beautiful words. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous words. Words, words, words. And I need a piece of paper to complete this task. So I've got a scrap of paper here. And all I want you to do is I just want you to open the book on any page, okay? So this happens to be in my book, page 283. And I just want you to work your way down, and at the end of each sentence, I'd like you to write down the word at the end of that sentence. So I'll do that for a few sentences for you. And I just want you to do that for 30 sentences. 30 sentences. So you end up with 30 words. And who knows what those words will be. Some might be quite exciting. Some might be kind of connective words. Oh, see, I've already got some nice ones coming out here. I like it. I like it. Some you might think, that wasn't very exciting. Some you might think, well, I don't even know what that word means. Okay, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's get 2 more. Obviously, a sentence can finish with a question mark. So just don't forget that. Okay, so I've done 10 words. I'm not going to bore you to death by sitting here and making you watch me do all 30, but I'd like you to do 30. And then all I want you to do then is, with absolutely no intonation, no character, nothing, just read those words out loud. So I'm just going to read them to you now. This was completely spontaneous. I didn't know what I was going to come up with. So my 10 words are already, thing, back, focus, turn, true, home, requisite, homing, remember. And when you read those words out, because words are signs, they point us in directions. Without even meaning to, you're going to start to get some feeling from it. So we're just going to look at that again. And this time, I'm just filming, guys. So I'm just going to read those words again, but this time I'm going to see if I can hear from it a character or a feeling or a location. So my 10 words again: already, thing, back, focus, turn, true, home, requisite, homing, remember. So those words, to me, they feel, the word remember really kind of sticks, and the word focus does as well, and so does the word true. So it kind of makes me feel like this is a piece about somebody moving away from something, somebody looking back at something, the idea of homing, going back. So if I can, I'm immediately there starting to get something, okay? Something reflective, something about memories, something about maybe even about regret, okay? So that has just come out of those 10 words. When you do this, just keep reading through those words. Read them to yourself, read them to your parents, your sister, your brother, and ask them, what do they hear when they hear those words? What's coming to them? What visions are coming to them? So for me, I'm already feeling that this is a piece about somebody wanting to go home, somebody having memories and regrets and wanting to put that right. When you've got that idea, I then want you to click it onto hope. Okay? How does that connect to hope? Well, this character is hoping. This character is hoping that by returning home, they can sort something out from their past. Wow! Literally, 3 minutes ago, I picked up this book, I wrote down 10 words, and I've got that. When you've got that, okay, your last challenge for this week is to cut the words in half. So if you've got all 30 words, I just want you to get rid of 15 of them. Okay, I've got 10, so I'm going to get rid of 5 of the words that I'm not interested in, okay? And what's good about this is it's self-editing. Too often, when you first go to write a script or a piece, you put too many words in, and you forget that the audience have got a brain, okay, and that they're very capable of doing this for themselves. So it's really, really good to be a sort of a self-editor and to get rid of stuff that is just unnecessary. So I'm getting rid of words here that some of them I quite like. Okay. I've got rid of 5 words. It was hard, really hard. So my 5 words that I'm going to be working with are back, turn, true, home, and remember. You'll have 15 words. And all I want you to do between now and next week is share those 15 words with me. What do you end up with when you cut back and cut back and cut back from that original bit of text? And if you have the beginnings of a character and an idea beginning to form, then let us know. And if you don't, that's fine as well. You could just share those words with me, and I can give you back what I hear when I hear your words. Okay? So I'm looking forward to hearing those words from you, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful week. I know that secondary schools are really piling on the pressure with work at the moment, so just try and take it easy. If you do want me to look at this for you for next week, if you could get it back to us by Tuesday evening, or even Wednesday morning, because I'm going to look at this next Wednesday afternoon, that would be fab. There is no pressure to do that at all, because this work can be done at any time. So if you just want to just watch and learn what's happening and come back to it later, that's totally fine too. No pressure at all. All right, guys, have a great week. We're all missing you loads, and we'll get back together soon. All right, bye.